welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time visiting, welcome to Lydia's Life After 50 TV. I'm Lydia, and I am back tonight, guys, with another video. Hope you guys had a wonderful day today. I'm trying to do better about making sure I get up at least 2 videos a week, so let's see how this goes. Today we're going to talk about something that I've been wanting to talk about for quite some time, guys, and that is the law of attraction. I'm sure everybody's familiar with that. And you know, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, we're gonna just be straight up honest and raw today. I used to feel like that was just a bunch of crap, you know what I'm saying? You know, people believe in a lot of different things, and I'm like, oh, you know, your mind is not powerful like that or whatever. And this is when I was younger. I never really believed in that. And I think that if I had started to really pay attention and listen and learn more about what the law of attraction really is, I probably could have done a whole lot better with things in my life. But, you know, everybody learns and grows in their own stages. And so, hey, it is what it is. If you guys hear noise, I am sitting really close to my kitchen, and I hate that my refrigerator comes on and comes off, so you might have heard that. But anyway, we're going to jump right into the conversation, guys. I've been having very long videos, and I told myself that I will not have a 20-minute video today, so we're going to try to get through this really quickly. And I just really want to just generate some thought, get you to thinking about some things, because a lot of things that happen to us in our life, I think we can prevent or we can change. And I really am learning that as I've gotten older and I've lived a little bit more life, I'm seeing areas of my life where I could have probably prevented, you know, situations if I had a little bit more confidence and faith in the things that I was doing and choosing for myself. So I'm going to read something to you guys really quick. And this I want you just to think on, just ponder on. If you got to like rewind like you got a recorder. If you got to go back and look at this again at some point and just keep going back to it, I want you to do this because I want to read that. Let me put on my eyes, guys, so that I can see. And I'm going to read this to you guys. And I want you to really listen to this. This is very, very profound. Let's get back to where I was. And yeah. Okay. The law of attractions. What is the law of attraction, guys? And this is going to help people. I'm sure a lot of you guys already know, you know, but this is for people who first time reading this and probably might not quite understand what I'm saying, what I'm talking about. So I'm going to read this really quick, and then we're going to just jump into the conversation. Simply put, and I like to do things very basic, very simple. I don't like to, you know, act as if I'm a professor and have this long drawn out terminology. We're just going to simply state it. Simply put, the law of attraction is the ability to attract into our lives whatever we are focusing on. It is believed that regardless of age, nationality, religion, religious belief, we are all susceptible to the laws which govern the universe, including laws of attraction. It is the law of attraction which uses the power of the mind to translate whatever is in our thoughts and materialize them into reality. In basic terms, all thoughts turn into things eventually. If you focus on negative doom and gloom, you will remain under that cloud. If you focus on positive thoughts and have goals that you aim to achieve, you will find a way to achieve them with massive action. That is why the universe is such an infinitely beautiful place. The law of attraction dictates that whatever can be imagined and held in the mind's eye is achievable if you take actions on a plan to get where you want to be. Simply put, what you think is what you are. And I'm beginning to believe that, because a lot of people who are very negative in nature, who always talk about, woe is me, my life is this way and it's never going to change, or I'm this I'm just, what are some of the things that people say they're just bad? They bring evil to their lives, or they think just very negative about their space. If you're living in that, your mind absorbs that and your mind believes it. So you have to train your mind, and this is very profound. You have to train your mind to think differently. So a lot of times when you see people sometimes who are speaking, and we can often look at them and feel like they're vain, they're speaking into existence what they believe about themselves. So if it's somebody that's wishing to be a success for, let's say a singer or something like that, and they're telling you what they're going to do with their lives, and they're singing everywhere, even though they may have a small audience. And this is just like hitting home for me. Even though they may have a small audience, they're believing that one day it's going to be different. I remember watching a video with Tyler Perry, and he talked about how his first play, where it was 5 people in the audience, and I think 4 of them was relative or somebody really close to him. And that could really make you feel like, I'm not doing anything with my life, like this is not going to work out, because of course your family a lot of times is going to support you. That could make you really feel like this is not the path for you. You promote this play, you get out there, you passing out flyers, I don't know all the things that he may have done to promote it, but he did what he thought he needed to do to promote it, and then 5 people show up for it. How would that make you feel? That probably would make you feel like, maybe I need to be choosing something else. Maybe, this is not for me. And that's how negativity can creep into your mind, because the results that you were looking for didn't come in fruition. So even though it may be small steps that you have to take to get where you want to be, you just have to keep taking those steps. Now, I've recently figured out that we all got different kind of friends. And if you got negative friends and you got positive friends, which one of them are you spending more time with? If you're constantly around people who are always talking about how bad the world is, how negative life is, and how they can't get over that, this is holding them back and that is holding them back, feeding your mind that constantly every single day will eventually, your mind is going to absorb it and your mind is going to believe it. But people who are always going to workshops where they're listening to these dynamic speakers, and they're talking about successful things and how they can achieve it, and you constantly feeding that in your mind. You're constantly putting yourself in the company of people who are successful, who have achieved goals. That's what you're feeding your mind. So when you do that, it allows you to believe that you can do it, because your mind has to believe it. A lot of times when we're speaking things, ask yourself after you speak it, do you really believe it? And there's been times in my life where I used to get in front of this camera and I used to say things that I really actually hadn't started believing myself. So when those things didn't happen, or my life seemed to have taken a dive, I didn't understand that. I'm over here, it's kind of like being a hypocrite, to be honest, because if you're not believing it yourself, why are you telling other people to believe it as well? So got a little pain in my back, guys. But yeah, that is so true. You got to believe what you speak. So I'm making it a point that if it's not something that I can truly say that I believe in myself, I don't need to be out here telling nobody else about it. Because I got to believe what I'm talking about. I got to believe that these things can happen. I don't want to tell somebody to believe in something that I don't believe that can happen. So you got to believe it. That's the way the law of attractions work. You got to believe the things that you speak, and you got to speak them into existence. And you got to actually take the steps. You got to step out on faith. And it's just like people who say they want to have certain things in life, but yet they're blowing money here and there. You out here spending money, buying things all the time, shopping all the time, feeding, going out and to restaurants all the time. But yet you're saying you're trying to save up money to purchase this car or purchase this house or whatever it may be. I'm just using those as examples. but you're always constantly spending money. You're always trying to get the latest gear and all of that. And then you're wondering why this is not happening. You have to mentally put yourself in that space that this is what I'm going to get and this is how I'm going to get it. And so that means that you got to start living a certain way. That means you got to cut it out. If you're a person that goes out all the time, you may have to get to the point where you're not going out at all. You know, a lot of students do that. They end up not having any social life because they have a goal in mind. They know that they want to pass that exam so that they can get that degree that they're wanting to receive or achieve. You know, if they're in law school or medical school, they know that in order to do that, that they can't have any distractions. So sometimes that's a decision you have to make. You have to get to that point where you say, I'm not going to be out here spending money because this is what my goal is. So therefore, I'm going to have to sit home on Friday, Saturday nights. When people ask me to go out, I'm going to have to be honest with them and tell them I can't do that. And you have to put into practice what you believe. So if you're trying to work towards something, you got to do it. They use the scenario of losing weight. You know, so a lot of people say, I want to lose weight, you know, but then when it actually comes to giving up those special treats and those, midnight snacks and things like that, no wonder you can't lose it, because you're not willing to sacrifice in order to get to where you want to be. You have to do it, you know, and sometimes it does require with taking a little baby step. But when people say, you know, oh, I messed up, you know, and then they get back up and try it again, if you continue to just, you know, make those same mistakes, you're never going to get to where you're going to be. It's the conscious effort to stand up and say, I'm going to do this, and this is how I'm going to do it. And that means giving up. And if it means separating yourself away from people who will tempt you, then you have to separate yourself from those people. It's about the decisions you make. You have to train your mind to believe what you're trying to do, and that's how you're going to get there. And I think it was one little other part that I wanted to read really quick. I thought this was so profound. I'm going to print this off, guys, and I'm going to put it on my refrigerator. I just think it's awesome. It says, the law of attraction is one of the biggest mysteries. Very few people are fully aware how much of an impact the law of attraction has on their day-to-day life. Whether we are doing it knowingly or unknowingly, every second of our existence, we're acting as human magnets, sending out our thoughts and emotions and attracting back more of what we have put out. Be mindful of what you put out, because what you put out is what you bring back. So if you're always talking doom and gloom, you're going to bring back in doom and gloom. So that's why it's important to talk positive. If you talk positive, you're going to bring positivity back in. It makes a whole lot of sense. So, you know, I have actually just refocused my whole life. You know, me and my girlfriend, we're taking meditation classes. I think it's very important for me to put myself in the space of that peace that I speak about, because if I'm not doing that, if I'm constantly putting myself in that space of the negative, I'm going to bring that back in. So I have to make decisions to separate myself from some of the things that was bringing that negativity into my life, and make sure that I'm around more things that are positive, that draws in what I'm wanting to receive, if that makes sense. You know, I got to put out what I want to receive back in. That's just so profound, guys. Okay, let me see. What else do I want to read real quick? Guys, I'm so geeked on this right now. There's one other little part I wanted to read. Guys, y'all, you know, there's books out there about the laws of attraction. You can actually get it. And man, I think this is simply amazing. Okay, I lost my place here. Before you begin to embark on an incredible journey towards enlightening the law of attraction, it is important that you understand that you can apply it to your life, and it can be effective if the correct tools are used. The practices and beliefs in the law has been igniting the lives of great individuals throughout the course of history. Hundreds of years ago, the law of attraction was first thought to have been taught by man by the immortal Buddha. It is believed he wanted to be known that what you have become is what you have thought. That's the part I wanted to get to. What you have become is what you have thought. That is interesting. And a lot of us sometimes don't think much of ourselves, unfortunately. We don't think we can achieve the things that we say we want to do. You know, and I thought about that, and I'm like, when I think about it, I said everything that I have actually ever wanted, that I said I was going to get, guys, guess what? I have actually gotten that. When I really focus my mind and say, this is what I'm going to do, I end up doing it. And it was because I really separated myself from anything else and focused on that. And that was what I got. When I said I wanted to move downtown, I've always wanted to live downtown in a high rise. I actually focused myself. And I didn't even let the fact that the financial aspect of it prevent me from doing it, because it's very, very expensive to live in downtown of any metropolitan city. And I said, I'm not going to let anything stop me, because I wanted the Access building. I wanted to be in the heart of entertainment. As far as restaurants, I don't really go out. I wanted to be in the heart of that stuff. So I didn't allow that to stop me. When I said that I wanted, when I first saw the first little hamster, when they first advertised the hamsters with the Kia Soul, I said, that's going to be my next car. And I didn't let anything stop me from getting it. And I know those are small things, but when I think about it, it was a goal that I set. And I said to myself, I spoke it into existence. So you have to speak out what you want to have. And then you got to tunnel vision it. You got to go after it. And you can't allow distractions. So you have to separate yourself from anything that's going to stop you from attracting in what you're speaking out. God, that is so profound, guys. We got to believe this, guys. We got to believe the thoughts that we have. If you continue believing negative things about yourself, that is all you're going to ever bring in. So you got to start speaking positive to yourself. If you got to put little notes around your house, I got them in my bathroom. I got them on my refrigerator, on the mirror in my bathroom and stuff like that. I speak it. I listen to podcasts. I want to bring in, that positive stuff. So I got to speak it out, and I got to speak it into existence, guys. So that's all I have today, guys. I just wanted to that's just a brief synopsis of Law of Attraction. It's a whole lot deeper than that, guys. You can actually go to Amazon. There's a lot of books out there, and I may actually end up putting one of those in my book clubs. But anyway, hope you guys have had a wonderful day today. You guys are going to probably get a couple videos this week, because I'm just geeked and happy and excited. Yes. And I'm excited about my meditation class, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that once I start the class. So guys, hope you have a wonderful evening, and I will see you guys later this week, okay? Take care, guys.